And welcome back here to the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We're a little bit late getting started here in game number 2. Combination of the weather right now, knocking out our equipment momentarily, and then a quick turnaround in the games to try to keep everything on schedule. And at least while we don't have any lightning keeping things going right now, it's Nevada, the Cubs against Davenport Assumption, the Knights right now in this fourth Class 1A quarterfinal. Austin Oliver, Andy Pollack with you here on the call. And Austin, Nevada, the defending state champs, coming back from a year ago, trying to repeat, and they've got a tall task right now as they go up against the Knights of Davenport Assumption.
Yeah, number 3 seed with the Knights up against the number 6 seed for the Cubs. Knights come in with a 12-4-1 record, coached by Elizabeth Maas. And Nevada coming in with 12-5-3 record, coached by co-coaches Justin Evans and Mark Rhodes. Ball's kind of gone back and forth. It's rain's let up a little bit. It stopped for the introductions, and then started raining again here after that. But definitely going to be a soggy field that they're playing on here. It's definitely going to be a factor here as both these teams get used to what the field's doing, how these bounces are going to be happening,
And this rain, not as much of an issue as the wind was driving the rain into our equipment underneath the tents that were set up here. We are in Ames, Iowa, the first time that the Girls State Tournament has been held here, just east of the Lead Recreation Complex here at Iowa State University. So Nevada, very short trip down Highway 30 to get here this morning. Little bit longer trip for Davenport Assumption down there along the river on the east side of the state. As Nevada is in the white uniforms right now, trimmed in their gold and purple. Assumption out there in their red and black with black shorts. And as we get used to what's going on here in the game, as we scramble to get everything rolling here with game number 2, the winner of this game will play the winner of the game behind us going on right now, as the first semifinal has already been set. Denver will take on Hudson in an all-CIML semifinal on Thursday afternoon. The winner of this game will go on to play, let's see, I just had it here. We'll go on to play the winner of Center Point Urbana or Bishop Heelan. That will be Thursday at 12:15 right here as well on this field.
got a first set piece of the match here. Foul called on the Knights. Ball bounces around.
Knocked out of there and hitting the ground hard as she came flying up for Assumption. And tough to see the numbers on the front of the uniform. I believe that is Maddie Toll. It is Maddie Toll. And she came up and hit the ground hard. And we're going to see the sliding around on this field quite a bit, I have a feeling, as this rain continues to fall and will fall all the way through the rest of the day.
Yeah, Toll will be one of the players to watch on the Knights, as well as Drew Dorsey. Dorsey coming in as a forward, senior forward with 28 goals. And then Toll, the senior defender, with 12 goals of her own. I'm guessing most of those are off the set pieces is my guess. And then for the Cubs, the players that we're going to be watching is Avery Anderson, a senior forward, 37 goals on the season, as well as one of the junior midfielders, Rachel Borwick, for 13 goals as well. Audrey Thompson, one of their midfielders, has stepped away from the team for her military service, so she's not here today, but one of the leading goal scorers with 21 goals on the season. They'll surely miss her in the championships this season.
As Assumption will have the win at their back here in this first half.
And typically in most situations, that's an advantage for the team with the wind at their back, at least for the half. And I think we saw in the game before this one with Denver and Des Moines Christian, that it definitely played a huge factor in the game once the wind actually got going at the end of the first half. And then the wind was a big factor in the second half as Hudson was able to pour in 5 goals in the second half, utilize that win to their advantage.
Assumption trying to run their offense through Cameron Menke back here, and ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Knights. Our view is not the best right now, as we've got everything we possibly can underneath the tents to try to keep Not so much the people dry, but the equipment dry. That's the more important part right now.
Brad Mowinkle, the center ref, made a call there, called a foul on Assumption. It'll be a free kick for the Cubs.
So Nevada takes a long free kick. It sneaks over top of everybody. Nevada in the open field, and it's knocked out of there by Caitlin O'Brien. And a throw-in will come now for Davenport Assumption, for Nevada.
Yeah, Avery Anderson almost had a great opportunity, and
All right, apologize, but as our equipment gets wetter and wetter, we hope to not have breaks in the action here. Already, though, Assumption, I believe it was Heather Jondal that got the goal here just a couple minutes ago to give Assumption the 1-0 lead as the rain's letting up, but some of that got into our equipment over here, so we're going to try to continue to keep things on best we can. And Assumption there again, and good block there on the back end. That was Bella Tamburo that came through for Nevada.
It'll lead to a corner kick, I believe.
Yeah,
so it'll be
we're
a
having a
corner
tough
kick
time
over there.
seeing everything here as well right now. With just a lot of stuff going on in front of us. Your view is probably better than ours actually right now on the camera, and I can see what you're seeing on the camera. Rain continues to drive down. Actually, it's flipped a little bit, so it's now blowing more in the Nevada side of things. As the ball goes up over top of Tamburo, I couldn't see who put that in from the far side for Assumption, and they've now taken a 2-0 lead. So a quick lead now for the Knights. Ball got lobbed up in the air, and it didn't see if it went in initially or if it got knocked in again. But all Assumption here early on. Might take a break at halftime and maybe gather our bearings here as we get going with the rest of what's going on. We've been flying by the seat of our pants here to start this second game. First game went great, and when your equipment gets wet, that makes things very difficult to keep a stream on the air, but try to get as much soccer as we can on right now as Assumption slides us through the middle. Another chance right now for the Knights in the open field. It's Drew Dorsey. Dorsey goes down, will stop and go move, hits the deck, no foul called. Nothing called as Nevada will get it back.
Dorsey with both goals.
Dorsey has both of them, okay.
Yeah, checked in with the team there. That's what the indication is, that she got both of the goals to start off with.
Assumption right now, this is Amelia Yates. Now on the far side, Anna Wyman. Taken away and knocked out of there. All the fans on the far side on their umbrellas right now. The wind's let up, and that's the main thing right now. If we were dealing with just the rain, we'd be fine, but the wind shifted that rain to be blowing in right at all of us and onto our electrical equipment. So contending with that right now. Nevada knocks the ball out. Cubs have been playing defense pretty much this entire first half, but right now with it, that was Iva Sheets. Wheeled around, and Assumption goes over there. That is Caitlin O'Brien. Trying to set things up through the middle. Couple nice touches. Lobs one way over the top, and that'll go over the top of Bella Tambro.
Another substitution here for the Cubs as number 9, Betting, comes back into the game. That'll send Vanessa Reed to the bench for a rest.
Kick taken out of the goal for the Cubs. Sent in and goes off the shoulder over the top of Maddie Toll. And they say that it caught her hand, I believe.
Cut her upper arm. So he pointed to his shoulder area, like the upper arm, and if it's a shoulder, it's fine. But any time that goes down that extremity, it's going to get called almost every time.
So the Cubs kick taken here by Evelyn Anderson.
Hey, look at me. 12:27. Look at me and I'll yell it.
Ball trickles into the goalkeeper.
That's all they work for.
Ball comes through Nevada now on the attack. This is Dakota Hendricks, and she has it taken away by Menke. Now Assumption back on the attack. Dorsey feeds it ahead. Long run being made by Jondal. See, losing their feet a little bit down there on the far side. Sent through. Up to get it. It's Curo. Gabby Stoffgren. And now Nevada trying to get something to happen in the open field. Spacing out a little bit, trying to push it ahead for Sheets to make a run. Sheets all the way down to the corner. Race for her.
That's a foul there.
Yep, and Menke going to get called for the foul. It's just outside the box, but good opportunity for a set piece for the Cubs.
See if they can get a goal back and get back into this game. Looks like Borwick is going to be the one to take this free kick. First set piece of the match for the Cubs.
So Borwick from the edge, basically a corner kick from where she's set up at. Lobs it over the top and can't quite connect. Big save made by Alyssa O'Neill. First time she's got challenged in the this first half of the first half.
Avery Anderson with a nice little opportunity. Nicely weighted, placed kick there for Borwick. Get the Cubs an opportunity to get back into this game, and O'Neill is up to the task, be able to stop that.
Ball sent ahead, long run being made for Dorsey, and collision out there, and coming out to get it.
3 players go down.
Tambro. Nothing called as ball lobbed up. Sheets has it taken away from her by Menke. Menke trying to make a little run, feeds it through, headed out of there, but back to Assumption. Very physical so far, and that time called for a shove in the back was Borwick. And a set piece chance for Assumption.
Yates draws the foul. Looks like it's going to be number 10 stepping up to take the kick. That's Heather Jondal. Looks like Nevada's going to set up a 3-person wall there with Borwick, Anderson, and Sheets. Jondal steps up.
Popped over top, and he goes out the back of the pitch, but it is off the hands of Tamburo. So that'll be a corner kick for Assumption, and Assumption will have our couple IMT insurance substitutions. Be worry-free with IMT as Kathleen Yates comes into the game, as well as Maddie Martinez for Nevada. I think I caught that as Evelyn Anderson. No, that is Vanessa Reed.
Vanessa Reed, yep,
coming into
back
the game. 18:52 to go in the first half. Ball lobbed over the top, and he goes all the way past everybody.
With all those bodies in there, it didn't hit anybody. It went all the way to the far side and went out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights. So somebody must have touched it coming across there.
Knights controlled the ball a lot in this first half. That's Yates, Kathleen Yates. Looking to send one to the middle, up over the top and over top of everybody. That'll be a goal kick for Nevada. So Nevada now on the kick out of the goal. Kind of sneaks by everybody, trying to make a run here now for the Cubs. That's Anderson. Back to the middle she goes, but nobody there, and it's going to go wide of the goal and picked up by Alyssa O'Neill.
That's O'Neill. It's her first year here, new addition to the program. Just allowed 6 goals so far this season.
Couple bodies hit the floor, sending ahead. Run out opportunity right now for Nevada. This Stofgren. Back to the middle she goes, and coming out, knocking it away initially. Stofgren's got it back. Trying to find someone to feed it to. Gets it out here to Kuro. And down the edge and out the back. It'll be a goal kick for the Cubs once again. Nevada 12-5 on the year with 3 ties. They come out of the Heart of Iowa Conference where they finished 4-0. Assumption 12-4-1 on the year, and they are out of the MAC where they were 5-3-1. .5 minutes to play in this first half. It's been a couple goals.
Early goals.
Yep. By Corsi for Assumption. They lead 2-0. Really got off to a very fast start while our equipment was getting aired out. Got us back now, though, and rain, stay away for the rest of our soccer day.
Hendrick's going to take a seat. She'll be replaced by Olivia Jensen, number 20. Dorsey in the midfield.
Send it ahead. Over here on the left side, it's Maddie Martinez. Martinez feeds it back to the middle, and it's picked off by the Cubs. That's Anderson. And out of bounds right under us. And a throw in here right in front of us from Menke. Assumption on the attack, taken away. Anderson. Tried to send the long ball across, but it was taken back. Cubs once again. They send it ahead. Here's an open look for Stofgren, and coming out to take it away is Tamburo. Ball taken away. Assumption on the far side out of bounds. It will be a throw in for the Knights.
Be O'Brien with the throw in.
Through, they get things back to the middle right now. This is Yates. And I couldn't tell if there was anybody over in this corner or not.
Got
right
it.
now.
Got
okay.
it. It's trying to sneak through there and see, but it looks like it went out the back of the pitch. It'll be a corner kick for the Knights.
Channel Seats, channel.com.
Trying to see who's taking that set piece, the corner. Skips out the backside.
And foul called there. A little free kick coming for Nevada.
And that's Cameron Menke, who was over there taking the corner kick for the Knights. Number 12, as she hustles back to her midfield. Looks like center defender position.
Kick taken all the way to the middle, and big header sent back the other direction by Toll. Battle for it. 50-50 ball coming up to get it is Yates. Yates ahead here to Stoffgren. Stoffgren, and another save made by Tamburo.
The Knights bench players thought that was a goal and screamed.
A premature celebration.
She was the only one that screamed. Her teammates are all making fun of her now.
Had me wondering what I missed for a second. Knights have done a good job possessing the ball here in the first half. We're down to just over 12 minutes to play, and they've had the ball for the bulk of it. Down here on the corner, back to the middle, and knocked out of there by the Cubs. Now the Cubs in transition, trying to sneak one through, and it's thwarted as Jondal knocks it back in the Knights' favor. Taken back, Curo. Nevada pushes one through. Over here to Anderson. Trying to create some space right now, creating some numbers. 3-on-4. Passes one, makes it 3-on-3. A lot of space in the middle, and they can't quite get it through. Just kind of ran out of room on the backside of the pitch.
Tighten up that angle more and more. She got pushed to the end line. And was just not able to get enough curvature on that ball to get it back into a dangerous position.
And the goal kick stayed inbounds. Looks like on the far side now. Nevada gets it back. And got a unique atmosphere for a state tournament. Whereas a lot of other places we're at, it's large venues, but for soccer you got to need a lot of space and need a lot of fields in one spot. So we're having our first state soccer tournament here at Ames on the rec fields at Iowa State University. And if it wasn't raining, this is an awesome setup.
Nicole Whitrig into the game, number 1. And Dakota Hendricks back into the game as well. And 24, Maddie Tolley back into the game for the Knights.
As Nevada tries to loft it over the top, but right there to get it once again is O'Neill. And we're back again. You know, the weather doesn't make things any easier. You got enough challenges when you're out here in a remote location, but the weather is making things not easy at all today. And thanks to our staff here at the IGHSAU Digital Network and Central Iowa Sports Network for getting things back on the air anytime we have issues.
Right before we came back on, Rachel Borwick with a shot from about 20 yards out was a screamer, but the goalkeeper for the Knights popped it up in the air, was able to run underneath it. O'Neill with the save, but a nice-looking shot there by Borwick. Anderson's going to take a seat. She'll be replaced by Ava Sheets.
So under 6 minutes to play here in this first half, and a couple early goals from Drew Dorsey for Assumption. Another chance there, and that's knocked out of there. Martinez had a chance, and Nicole Whitrig was in there to knock it away.
Dorsey draws the corner kick on the far side of the field. It'll be a set piece for them. Wind's picking back up again.
It is. We don't need that. It's the rain coming straight down is fine, but it's when it starts blowing in our equipment that things change quite a bit.
And the temperature on the wind has gone significantly down from where we were at.
Shifted around a little bit from the north right now, and that has dropped our temperature quite a bit. As the corner kick coming, the Channel Seeds corner kick coming from Assumption.
Gabby Stoffgren
puts that ball right in front of the goal. Bounced around a little bit, and Nevada clears it. And did it hit somebody's hands?
I don't know. 25 was able to get in front of it. I think it was a foul called on the
Okay.
Knights. Oh, maybe not. What's the call here?
Yes, it was.
It was, okay. That was just a weird how he picked that up and put it back down. But I wasn't sure exactly what happened. But it was a shot on goal, but 25 for the Cubs Dittmer was able to get in front of it and knock it out. But it was pretty close quarters there for a second when she took that deflection off of her shins.
Ball sent in, drilled off of, can't see the number over there for Nevada. Now Assumption coming back this way. This is Menke. Menke pushes it ahead. Up the side, starting to run out of room as she tries to go back to the middle, and it's out the back edge of the pitch.
It'll be a goal kick for the Cubs.
Under 4 minutes to play in this first half. 2-0 Assumption. Still in the lead. Now Nevada trying to mount an offensive attack. Tries to slide it through, but it's taken back by Yates. And Borwick battles for it over there for Nevada. She'll get it on the throw-in.
A couple substitutions for the Cubs. Number 15 and number 8 into the game.
Seeing the mud starting to accumulate on the white uniforms of Nevada as we are in sloppy field conditions. And nothing they can do about it up here today as we've had driving rain quite a bit this morning. It appears the footing's been pretty good out there, though.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anybody slide around a whole lot. Angles change. Long shot sent in and into the goal. A beautiful shot from Maddie Toll from 30 yards out.
And that's how you have a defender with 13 goals on the season. You don't see that very often, but obviously she's not shy about taking the shot and does so at distance and puts it into the goal.
She put that perfectly in the top half of the goal. Wow. That was beautiful. 3-0 now, Assumption in the lead. Ball sent ahead and a lot of contact out there. It's going to go out of bounds.
Definitely could have been called a foul there. I think,
Easily.
a little forearm shiver there, putting the girl on the ground. Ball in the middle with some room for the Cubs. And there's a foul called on Dorsey. This will be a good opportunity for the Cubs to get something on the board as we trickle down into the last few minutes of the half there. As Borwick's going to step up, and actually she's going to give way to Anderson.
Certainly something, a chance here, yeah, like you mentioned, four-man wall set up for Assumption as they continue to shift things over at the direction of Alyssa O'Neill behind them. But Evelyn Anderson looks things over as Assumption wall creeps forward.
So that wall has to set up 10 yards away from where the free kick is at.
Oh, it's a goal for Anderson! She put it right in off the top of Alyssa O'Neill's fingertips.
Anderson unassisted.
Just lobbed that thing perfectly from over 35 yards out.
And that's 8th goal in the season for her. It should give the Cubs a little bit of life as they go to halftime here. Now down just 2 goals instead of the 3-0 hole that they were in. Should give them some confidence coming into the second half, hopefully.
We have seen a lot of goals today, Austin, over on our field. Saw 7 in our first game today against two teams that don't give up many. And now we have seen 4 goals already in the first half of this one. Assumption in the lead right now, though, 3-1. Like you said, some life for Nevada.
And Aveda's been here before, the returning state champion, so they know how to win in situations like this. It's not the first time they've been here, so they've had the tournament experience as a team. So that hopefully will help them to try to claw back into this match.
Under 30 seconds to go, and Assumption's going to want to hurry and get this ball back into play right now as the clock ticking down, and they've got a chance with a set piece here. 15 seconds to go.
This will likely be the last.
Well, and this is Toll, who put a beautiful one in the back of the net before.
About the same spot here, right?
Down to
it's about
5
the same
seconds
spot.
now. Toll lobs that one towards it once again, and that's
she
another
puts it
goal
in.
for Maddie Toll. As the clock expires, it is zeros right now. Maddie Toll scores with no time left on the clock, and the Nevada coaching staff is trying to say that the clock was expired, and it was very close, but they say it went in, and now Assumption has taken the 4-1 lead into the halftime break as they will come over and gather under their tents. Wow. An offensive explosion in this first half. 4-1, Nevada trails Davenport Assumption. Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2025 Girls State Soccer Championships as the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Farm Bureau honors both athletic and academic excellence, nurturing tomorrow's leaders on the field and in the classroom. We're going to take a break, tell you how this first half transpired, and be back after this here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
It's Frank. Frank. Mr. Frank. And just what you did now, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be at a store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairway Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU. Back here at the lead athletic facilities at Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa. And it looks like, as Austin Oliver has gone over to listen in on the conversation, that they are wiping off that last goal scored by Maddie Toll and saying it expired after the time went to 0. Austin, you were just able to listen in on that. What's the verdict? I know they've wiped it off. What's the verdict
that's
here?
correct. Is that the goal would have to be in by the time that the clock had expired. So the referees did the right thing. They brought everybody together and talked it through, and came to the conclusion that that happened. Is the Davenport Assumption coach is now getting that information as well.
Yeah, he's getting the, in fact, right in front of us right now, and that's there's really nothing you can do about it at all to get it changed back. But they've talked about it right now, and they've gone through, and that's exactly how it would be ruled. So Assumption still firmly in control right now. Austin, some of these shots that we've had are very impressive here so far of what we've been able to see these girls shoot from distance. It's been really, really good.
Yeah, 3 of those goals, and now 2 of those goals were definitely long distance shots that were just perfectly placed right above where the goalie could reach and right below that top crossbar to be able to go in. So some real nice technique from both teams in both of these situations to put goals on the board.
Well, and how about the officiating that goes on here? So we've got our normal 3-man crew, but then we've also got a 4th that's here for, I'm guessing, like more rules enforcement type stuff. And I see someone back there with a rule book as well that they've looked at to see how things work here at the end of the half. And that's his, 3-1 is our score right now with Davenport Assumption in the lead in this Class 1A quarterfinal. Yeah,
that 4th referee will be more of like he'll have control of the sidelines. He's going to take care of substitutions. He's going to make sure that the teams are staying off of the field and make sure that AR has room to run, down the slides. So infractions like that or just situations like that, he's going to be in charge of. But also would be a second set of eyes that would be watching the game as well that could give input into something that's happening. Like that situation would be a great opportunity for him to be able to have a look on the clock, an eye on the clock, and when that ball went in as well. I think it took all four of our officiating crew to chip in on that one.
Well, and there's a lot going on here on the sidelines right now too, because we've got our whole stream set up. You've got the official IGHSAU box set up here as well. So the coaches and teams are actually a lot further down the sidelines than they normally are, but there's not a whole lot of space over here either. So a lot to keep their eye on for the officials and the coaches and the players, everything over here on the sideline right now. On the field behind us right now, we have got Sioux City Heelan is playing. Who is Sioux City Heelan playing right now? I just had it here. Sioux City Heelan is playing
Center Point Urbana.
Center Point Urbana, and I see that Heelan has 2, but I can't see how many that.
2-1?
2-1.
2-1.
Heelan, and the winner of this game will play the winner of that game at 12:15 right here on this field that you're watching on Thursday. First set of games, trying to get all. The goal today was they wanted to get any class that got started, they wanted to get finished, and we look like we are well on our way to getting Class 1A finished here as early on Denver beat Underwood and Hudson beat Des Moines Christian, and that will be the one semifinal, and then waiting on these 2 games going on for our second semifinal. We'll take a break and be back to start the second half here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
She only got it off like 1 second.
No, it's got to go in.
It's got to go in before then.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
Zero right there.
Yep. Yeah, he's right on.
Back here in action as we are a few seconds away from getting going with the second half. And Austin, we saw a couple free kick goals. The one obviously got wiped off, but interesting. We don't normally see those go directly in, and it did in that half. And it's a game that Assumption is controlled from the beginning, but at the same time, Nevada's not that far off.
No. Evelyn Anderson with that the free kick for the Cubs. And then I think it was Toll, wasn't it, that had the free kick for the Knights. Both, just like I said, just solid technique, and that's just practice. That's just reps of putting that ball on the goal in practice and knowing where to put it. And then I think taking into consideration the wind and everything else, all the other variables that are out there on a day like today, it was both were stellar examples of goal scoring there.
So Assumption will get the ball here to start the second half. They'll flip, and Assumption will be going in their black uniforms. They'll be going to the south of the right side of your screen right now. That ball headed through. Assumption going to try to set the back in action here as we continue to battle the elements over on field number 2. In the Girls State Soccer Tournament, as Nevada trying to make a run right now, the Cubs. This is Avery Anderson. As they push it ahead on the far side, it's out of bounds, and that will come back to Assumption. Just a couple minutes into the second half here, with Assumption scored a couple goals right away to start the game today, and that's been the difference here so far as Drew Dorsey put a couple of those in. Assumption pushing one ahead. Nice job to send it back by Anderson. It's Evelyn Anderson there. And now Assumption has the ball back at midfield. Dribbling around, this is Curo. Tries to slide through. Stoffgren. Back to Curo. Sending things around, they push it ahead. It's out the back of the pitch. That'll be a goal kick for Nevada. Long ball sent through. As they dribble around, this is Curo. Back through midfield, come up with a nice touch as Jondal. Now Assumption on the move as they work their way back to the middle, and that ball going to be sent up and over as Assumption has that strong northerly breeze now at their back. We had a southerly breeze in game number 1, and then things have shifted around the other way, and it has cooled it off a bunch here up in Ames. Back to the middle, they slide things over. Assumption weaving people in and out, and it's knocked out of there by the Cubs. Coming away with it right now momentarily is Allie Dittmer, and then taken back by Assumption, sent towards the goal again, and that's out into the warm-up area. As Assumption will take another kick out of the goal. Excuse me, Nevada will take another kick out of the goal. I believe that's
Anderson.
Is it Anderson?
Yep.
Okay. Yates has been out there around the ball all the time for Assumption. As they get the ball back. Sends things ahead and over the top of the head of Wyman. Certainly won't have to worry about cramping or any heat-related issues this week, Austin, as the weather. This is the coldest it's going to be, but it's going to be very, very pleasant out here after today to watch soccer. Ball headed over the top, taken back by Assumption. They've controlled the ball a lot of this game, centering things up and then knocked out of there by Borwick. Pushing it ahead, Anderson tries a stop and go move, heels it back to the middle, sends it all the way across, but too much on it.
Guys, the Knights had a army back there on defense as Anderson got the ball and tried to move forward.
Under 33 minutes to play in this Class 1A quarterfinal. Some of the, looks like Barn Swallows out here trying to start to dive bomb us. Now, again, Assumption has just kept that ball on their offensive end a huge portion of this game. Had some weather pods out there today, too. Good call.
Yeah.
Weather pod doesn't sound so bad right now to be sitting in.
You always make fun of people who use them until you need them, and today might not be a bad day to be inside one of those things.
Little
Borwick
touch there, yeah. Borwick knocks it away. Anderson just would like to mount an offensive attack right now for the Cubs. But every time they touch the ball, it seems to be taken right back by Assumption. Ball sent ahead, cutting through. Assumption has it again. This is Dorsey, who's got a couple goals already today and puts that one out too far in front of Anna Wyman.
Yeah, the temperature has definitely cooled down. It's need to put on some layers in between our next matches here.
I did not come prepared for, I knew it was state soccer. It feels like state volleyball more like right now.
I think the Cubs just need to string together some passes through that midfield to see if they could get it down into their offensive zone in a little bit of a controlled fashion. They do draw a foul right at midfield.
This will be a chance to flip it and at least get that ball closer to the goal. They're going to set that ball right at midfield. Not sure if
I think Anderson's looking for a spot to get it, just to kind of tee it up, like it would be like a golf tee. She just wants to be able to get her foot underneath that to really launch it like she did in that situation, but it went all the way back to O'Neill.
That's the first time I think O'Neill has touched the ball here in the second half.
Yeah, it's so bizarre to see the wind completely flip from our earlier game where Nevada in this situation would have been the recipient of positivity with that wind. Now they're having to fight against it. And just a change of about an hour, it's completely flipped around the other way.
Ball coming through again. Nevada takes it back, Assumption takes it back, and they've just kind of had 3 or 4 defenders just hanging back there the whole time, pressed up to midfield.
I mean, the one thing we haven't heard a lot called in the second half here is Drew Dorsey's name with those pair of goals that she had in the first half. We haven't heard a ton of her name here in the second half, or hasn't gotten a chance to get very many touches.
And on the far side is push that one through, battle for it. Over there, Ruby Stevens. And it's out of bounds, a throw in for Assumption. Back to the middle, try to slide things through, knocked out of there by Bianca Knopp. Nice move,
nice
stop and
slide
go
by
there
move,
by Sheets. And just back there kind of stalking things with Stofgren.
She won the 50-50 ball and is getting down the field. Cub defender takes it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights.
Things slide through here. They get to the far side. Running up is Menke. Menke pushes one ahead to the middle, and it's picked up by Tambro. Long ball, but once again, Assumption right there for it.
I guess we'll see the other Anderson in here as Drew Dorsey with a nice touch.
Ooh, back to the middle, and it's knocked out by Dittmer.
Be a corner kick for the Knights.
The corner kick brought to you by Channel Seeds, channel.com.
That's Anna Wyman stepping over to take the corner kick, number 13.
Ball going past the goal, a little extra on it there. And taken out of there by Nevada. Nevada now on the run, trying to put something together offensively. Their options have been limited here in the second half. And quickly cut off. An extra burst in the step of Menke.
That was Alexa Betting with a nice little run up the field. Slide tackle there from 14. Evelyn Anderson sends the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Knights.
Knights push things to the middle. Bumped up in the air by Reed. And taken back, couple headers back and forth, and cut off and sent ahead, and Assumption just continues to possess the ball here in the second half. Wyman, little move there on the edge. Looks over the offense, sends it to the middle. Wheels up, and just over top of the goal for Wyman.
Yeah, Stoffgren in there, where it just crashed in there and tried to make something happen there. Shot by, it was a 13 Wyman that took that shot there. It went over the top of the
just a little
frame.
bit too tall.
Yeah.
Back to the middle they go. Picked up. And this ball has just stayed on the half of Assumption for a huge part of the second half. And looked like they had a chance. Reed knocks it down there for Nevada, but nobody's there right now. Is chasing it down for Assumption's Jondal.
Field still looks really good, though.
It is.
I mean,
it looks good.
there's no
if
chunks
there's a
coming
break
up
here in between the games, I might go out and just kind of take a peek at the field conditions in general, because we'll be here all day, Austin. We've got 2A and 3A games to go. In fact, 4 more games to be played on this field today. And so far it's held up, but I don't think the rain is done yet either.
Yeah, because I don't see any puddles out here at all. There's been no puddling, and really there's no chunks of the field coming up at all either when people are sliding around. So kudos to the Iowa State staff putting this field in a really, really good spot today for these participants.
Yeah, they take very good care. They call these rec fields, and you'll be hard-pressed to find competition fields in many places that are as in good a shape as what these are. Ball sent through. Now Assumption working her way back to the middle. O'Brien knocked up and out, but Assumption again maintains possession. Stoffgren. Quick burst down to the edge by Wyman.
Carries out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Cubs.
May have to have next game off. I think you do as well. Might have to find a place inside to go warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't expect weather like this on June 3rd.
I will be getting a sweatshirt on and some pants immediately.
Nevada on the run through the middle, trying to leave one out there right now for Jensen. And the ball clears all the way over almost onto the other field. Drills a photographer on the other field.
Out of bounds.
And the ball stayed right on this officials area. Got a good piece of the table there. Is back in for Nevada. Picked up Borwick. Nevada trying to get an offensive shape going here, but kind of clumped up in the middle as everybody realizes that and then spreads out. Sliding one
nice
through.
Ball.
Quick run coming through there for Sheets. Still there, and they decide to clear it out.
Nicely weighted ball there. Put it right on her run that she made into the offensive zone.
Again, Nevada trying to take some more chances and picked up by O'Neill. Nearly halfway through the second half is Assumption still holding on to their 3-1 lead. Long ball sent in, and Knights will take the ball back. Sent way ahead down to the corner. And the rain starts to fall once again, Austin.
Yeah.
As we knew it would, on and off all day long. We are in the on phase of that. Ball sent over the top. It sneaks through. Assumption's got it back right now with Curo. Now Nevada. Curo takes it back. A little stop and go move. Going to restart things for the Knights.
Really nice ball control, looking really nicely for the Knights, and they take a shot, and Tamburo is up for the task and gobbles that one up.
Almost looked like the toe caught the turf as she went to kick that and didn't quite have as much on it as we've seen some other balls here today. Back to the middle it goes to run the offense through. Sneaks it ahead, but Tamburo is right there once again to pick it up. So you can start to see on the screen that rain start to fall even more. Cubs trying to connect on a few passes here. Borwick pushes it ahead. Sheets, and just a little bit too far in front of Sheets, but man, Sheets will battle and battle and battle out there. Very physical player.
Just a freshman too. Get some great experience here at the state tournament. I think it was a stat on Nevada coming to the state tournament. 16th tournament appearance. I thought there was a stat about consecutive. It's been quite a few consecutive. 13th
Wow.
consecutive appearance.
Impressive. Defending state champs from a year ago, lost their second leading scorer. I shouldn't say lost, but she had to leave early from school to go to the Army, and that shot misses just a little bit wide. "19 minutes to play here in this second period."
Alexa betting into the game. Number 12. Or number 9, rather, sorry.
Ball pushed ahead all the way down. The ball slides off that wet turf and goes out of bounds. Will be a throw in for Assumption as Tempe Karsrud just kind of kicked that ball straight out of bounds. Into the middle, trying to connect in there with Stoffgren. Oh, big collision. Whoa. See if everybody's okay here. No one was trying to do it. It was just a huge collision.
That was Anderson and
is that Wyman?
Maddie Martinez, maybe, number 20. I think it's Maddie Martinez, number 20.
Flying burrito style as they ran into each other, both airborne. And they dropped the ball. Assumption gets it back right away. Back in action here is Nevada. Anderson back to the middle, wheels one up and pushes it just wide right.
I thought that went off of a defender, but
didn't get much resistance from her as comes back through. Oh, the joys of live production in the rain today, as we apologize, but yeah, just continue to kind of cut in and out right now with wet equipment and out here on remote in Ames for the girls' state soccer tournament. Assumption with 2 early goals here and then added one later. Nevada with 1 as well, and that's why we sit at 3-1 with under 14 minutes to play in this one.
No goals here in the second half at all, huh?
No, after an explosion in the first half.
Not real great chances for either team either. It hasn't been anything crazy, no big saves, no near misses, but the game just kind of settled down a little bit. While we were away, it looks like the Cubs are moving Evelyn Anderson, the lone goal scorer for the Cubs. They're moving her up in the shape a little bit, and looks like she's going to be trying to be a little bit of an offensive outlet as well. Pair up with her sister.
Yep, cutting through the middle. There's Toll. Back to the middle, snuck through, and was it touched? It was touched by a Cub, and that will be a corner kick. Channel Seeds corner kick for Assumption.
I think it's number 4 going to be going over there to take that shot.
Stofgren.
Gabby will put the ball into play.
Left a little bit short, sitting in front of the goal, and knocked in and out, and picked up eventually by Tamburo.
So it's always crazy how some of those situations happen, and the goalie ends up getting their hands on it still. I bounced around about 5 or 6 different people, and then ends up right at the feet of the goalie.
Now Nevada trying to push one through here, sneaking it ahead, and thwarted once again by Assumption. Nevada just hasn't had the opportunity to take shape on offense here in the second half and have an extended possession and try to probe a little bit more. Every time they've got the ball down there, it's pretty much immediately cleared by Assumption. Ball knocked up, batted back down, and physical play in the middle, and they're going to let that go, and it's going to go initially, it looked like it, and then went back to Nevada. There's a big battle in there as Anderson will take this kick.
Borwick steps up. We're on the first defender.
Assumption turns around, wheels it through, picked off, though, by Dittmer. And now Assumption on the move. Davenport Assumption slides one ahead on the run out. Here is Stevens. Stevens all the way through, back to the middle, perfectly pass in, and another goal scored for Drew Corsi.
Dorsey with goal number 3 on the day. Just a beautiful push up to the front there. And Dorsey got an opportunity one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and she knew where to put that one and ripped up the net.
And confirmation that it was indeed Dorsey, and that's a hat trick for her, correct?
Yep.
It
Third
is
goal. She had the first 2 goals and then this last goal as well.
Four to 1, Assumption in the lead. Those not a good day to be the team in white out here on the grass.
You're definitely going to know who played in this game for sure.
Trying to push things ahead, Nevada. Would like to get it back to the middle, but man, Assumption's done such a good job of clogging up that inside, the middle.
Cubs do earn a corner kick. Borwick's going to step out and take this one. Nearing the 10-minute mark left in the game.
Heelan going on behind us still against center point Urbana, so the 15-minute stagger is no longer. Ball wheeled up and knocked way over into the Nevada fans and all the umbrellas.
Well, I was a fan who knew what they were doing. As soon as they got the ball, they cleaned it off for the for the Nevada throw-in.
Might need some fans with towels over there today anytime the ball gets over there. Battle for the ball, 50-50 ball. And won by Assumption. Knocking it through. The Assumption girls have used their bodies so well to shield off the Nevada defenders. Pushing ahead, Dorsey once again. Dorsey tries to go back to the middle. Hard slide tackle. All clean as the ball was contacted first. She's still down over on the far side.
Hard tackle, but legal, yeah.
Yep.
Hard but legal.
She might be better here pretty soon if that ball gets down in her direction once again. And they send it her direction. And a big wipeout as Maddie Toll took the kick. And one of the first times in this game we've really seen the wet field conditions come into play. As Toll not able to get that plant foot on the ground. Yeah, you're a little chilly there, huh, Austin?
A little gust of wind there just came through the whole soccer complex here and freezed everybody out.
Dorsey hits the deck once again, no call. Nevada trailing by 3. Ball comes ahead. Nevada now on the run on the far side. That was Reed.
She almost had something cooking, but it did roll out of bounds.
Ball knocked out of bounds once again. Moves the ball forward another 10 yards for Assumption. Under 8 minutes to play. Assumption looking at a date in Thursday's semifinals. Just limited offensive opportunities, not just in the half, but in the game for Nevada. As another block there made by O'Neill.
Just going to take her time getting the ball back into play.
Assumption on the move, sliding it through, knocked out by Dunson. Now over here on the near side, Toll looks back to the middle, sends it, and sent back and forth, and that's into the side of the goal. Didn't miss by much.
Looks like Bishop Heelan, final score 3-0 on the other field. Just finished up.
So Heelan will head on and play the winner of this one. Looks like, at least at the moment, that Assumption well in control. Nevada pushing it ahead. Anderson slides one through, and then once again, everybody's waiting there for Assumption. This time it was Jondal again.
To the DJ go past us.
Waverly Shellrock getting ready to play on the 2A quarterfinal on the field behind us.
Nice connection of passes there for the Cubs as they move it forward.
But look at that. I mean, there's so many there, and that ball knocked off the hand, and then out of bounds will be a corner kick for Nevada. That was one of the best opportunities that Nevada's had here in the second half.
Great strike there by Anderson, just a little bit off of the angle, and the goalie was able to get a touch on it. Borwick is going to step up again for a set piece. I think it's the second corner kick that the Cubs have had here in the second half. Ball's in play. Goes over the goalkeeper, but a Toll, I think, is on the backside. Was able to kick that one out, and off to the races are the Knights.
Trying to push one ahead. Big opportunity here. Running out for Stevens. Stevens in the open field and cut off nicely and knocked out by Dittmer. The next game here is supposed to start at 1:45, so they'll be out there and ready to go almost immediately. No time to rest here at the state soccer tournament as they get the next team in and they go as soon as they possibly can, especially on a day like today where you're always under the threat of more weather. It's the old saying where we're from, Austin, make hay while the sun shines, right? Well, we don't have sun, but you got to take advantage of no sideways rain.
I feel like today it's more than a threat as well.
Yeah.
They no threatening here at all. They've
they followed through.
Weather showed up.
Toll tries to send one across and getting undercut on the backside, and then finally a save there from Tamburo.
Hendricks, a nice job on that backside, marking that attacker that was coming down on that back post.
Betting, trying to feed one ahead, and it's picked up by O'Neill. Under 4 minutes to play here is Assumption looking forward to their Thursday semifinal date with Sioux City Heelan. Ooh, very physical play there by Borwick. Have a frustration play there.
Referee says play on, nonetheless.
He's not interested in stopping anything at this point. Getting that rain blowing in on you sideways a little bit, huh, Austin? I saw you get a little wet there. Under 3 to play. Run out. Assumption. Dorsey on the left side, back to the middle. Good touch over here to Yates.
It's another score.
Yates puts it in. Off the assist from Dorsey.
Yeah, Dorsey made the play happen as she pushed and put pressure on that left side as it came up to the goal. Did a nice job of just dropping it and putting it on a platter there for Yates, and she knew exactly what to do with it.
2:38 to go, and now Assumption just racking up those all-tournament team stats. 3 goals and an assist today for Drew Dorsey. She came in with 28 and 11. And Assumption has controlled this game from about the first 10 minutes in. Ball rolls over to the edge, still stays in. As we currently don't think have any rain falling, which is quite impressive. We'll have to clear out here pretty quick after, apologize, but we'll get out of here as there'll probably be about 2 minutes to go before the next game gets started. So little wrap up today. Drew Dorsey with 3 goals and an assist for Assumption, who scored a couple goals right within about the first 10 minutes of the game today as we were still trying to get set up.
I think Yates and Toll with the other 2 goals.
Yeah, Toll had a beautiful one off a free kick. Pass comes back to the middle now with 75 seconds to go in this one. Assumption sends this one back across. It's going to go out the back edge of the pitch. And now down to a minute left in this one.
Corner kick here.
Up over the top, open in the middle, headed out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick now with 30 seconds left for Nevada. And they're counting down the seconds right now to Assumption moving on to the semifinals.
It's the end of the back-to-back bid for the Nevada Cubs as the defending state champion.
There will be
a new
champ, yes. And that's going to do it as the fans for the next game start to make their way in as well. You see Assumption celebrating their 5-1 win here today in the quarterfinal round of the state tournament. And Nevada will end their season at 12-6-3. The muddy Nevada Cubs. So you'll see the team shake hands here right in front of us. And then we will head to our trophy presentation. So as Nevada will accept the trophy and Assumption will get to move their team name forward on the bracket. Unless that bracket got wet.
It's out there.
I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I saw somebody carrying it. Yeah.
Oh, there it is over there. Okay, to our right side. There you see it, a very happy Davenport Assumption squad as they move on to Thursday's state semifinals. I want to thank everybody for bearing with us today as we battle the weather and battle the wet equipment, but we made it through, and so did Davenport Assumption. On behalf of our color analyst, Austin Oliver, I'm Andy Pollack, and all of us here in Ames, thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2025 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.